Namaste, beautiful souls. Woo, we've got a video that is full of angel messages, deep support. I have questions that I'm going to answer at the end. One of them is a deeper dive because I've already answered the question about AI, but it's a deeper dive. The question takes us deeper and I'm going to channel the angels' answers. Also, I've already answered questions about children or people on the spectrum. I've got a question that is a deeper dive into that, and I'll channel the answers from the angels. So right now, what's happening in our world is that the angels are talking about scattered particles. And the way in which this could be affecting you is that the reason why it's happening is it's dislodging where particles were like set in stone, where patterns were pre-programmed and just always happening identical to how they happened in the past. Because we've been doing the work of questioning and going, do I believe that belief? Is what they're saying real? Is that really right? Does that resonate with me? Because we've been doing that, we've actually been dislodging those patterns that were so set in stone. And so what's actually happening is we're having an energetic movement of particles. There's a lot of energy moving. And so now we know the reason why it's happening. Now I'll explain the 3 things that the angels have told me to write down of what you might be experiencing during such a time. And then I give you the incredible news about the timelines. So first of all, you could experience, as particles are moving, things are kind of scattered, so your mind might be at unease. It might be bouncing around different places or bringing up past traumas or past thoughts or feelings. And it can be quite a contraction of like, sometimes the feeling is. So if you are experiencing that, I'm sending you so much light and I'm asking that the angels can be with you. And just let us know what you're going through, and you can write into the community and others will respond and will support you. So the tool for you for this first one with the mind going a bit wild is that you are the awareness, you are consciousness, you are not the mind, which means that you are able to speak to your mind and with your mind. And when it's going wild and crazy, you can say, oh, I'm noticing you're going scattered. And you can now take a step further and you can say, I understand why you're scattered. It's these particles that are floating around everywhere. And just by having the understanding, you'll create more clarity and spaciousness in your mind. Give it a try, it's really powerful. The second one that the angels are talking about is notice one part of your body that's on repeat. Now, it could be that you've got a certain twitch, like you could even have a twitch in one eye that's on repeat, keeps twitching. It could be that when you're sitting, you all of a sudden notice that your right leg's tapping. Or that you keep rolling one shoulder back. There's something. So pay attention and write into our community what it is, what's on repeat, what part of your body is on repeat. Just by recognizing it, by noticing it, by sharing it, it gets noticed. And that's all it needs in order for it to release and heal. So you write it down in our group and then you release it, and you can write, I release, I see it, I release it. That's the affirmation that's coming in. I see it and I release it. Yeah. Feel that energy that's coming in. Wow, this is potent. Then the third one that the angels are talking about is you might notice your breathing being a bit different. So it could be erratic. It could be you notice, oh, I'm actually just breathing into here at the top of my chest. I'm not breathing in deeper. So shorter, shallower breaths. That's because the energy is scattered, and so it affects the breath as well. So just notice right now. Don't change your breath. Just observe your breath. And by noticing and observing what's happening, you can now take a deeper breath. Bring the breath into your belly And take a deep breath in. Let your belly expand outwards like a Buddha belly, like a balloon. As you breathe in, relax the muscles in this area. And as you breathe out, surrender into sacred presence. Can you feel that shift? I can feel immense peace that's just come in for all of us. Do that again. Take a deep belly breath in. Slow, gentle breath out. And notice the energetic shift. Yeah. So in a moment, I'm going to share about the timelines and what the angels are saying. And then there's also something incredible, which I'm hoping many of you get, because it's very, very deep. And I know many of you can go to this depth with me. And for those of you who might not fully grasp it, you can just listen again and again. It's powerful. So before we go into all of this juiciness, I want to share with you that I'm very excited to let you know that I am teaching Reiki level 2, which is the second level of Reiki, on 2 weekends over November. And Rosemary, are you out there? You sent me a message on YouTube and I wrote back to you, but maybe you didn't see it. And because you haven't connected. So you can email me, Natalie@natalienamaste.com. Or even better, below in the description, just go and look underneath this video and go and read the writing under this video. And there you're going to see Reiki level 2. You're going to see 2 links. One link that is taking you to where you can read more about the course and get a feel for it on my website. Another link where you can directly sign up so that you save your place. So for everyone, I really, if you feel like, oh, I want to go and read about the courses, go and read, and then I want you to stand in your power and let your soul guide you. My courses are deep. They are spiritually awakening journeys. They are powerful, so not everyone's ready for them. But if you're ready, if you can feel it, I am here with open arms. I'm open to anyone. Even if you're new to it and you're kind of like, this is the first time I'm hearing of Reiki, and what Reiki is Rei is universal, Ki is energy, and you get attuned to being able to channel more light and to connect to your intuition and to connect with the angels. So Reiki level 1 is the first level, and you have to take that level first because we need to go in stages. We can't just open you up and shock your system. So I'll be teaching Reiki level 1, and some of you have emailed me asking to be on my waiting list. So I'm letting you know now. Reiki level 1 is in January, end of January. It's the 27th to the 30th. So January 2026. So in the description below, I'll include the link so you can go to my website and read more and feel it and ask your soul if it's right for you. And you'll know, your soul knows. And even if you're new to this, I'm welcoming you with love. Just ask your soul if it's right, and then the sign up link I'll include below as well. So that's what's happening with Reiki. We got level 1 next year, and we've got level 2 happening in November. And then we have the Reiki Hub, which is my very special hub for anyone who's trained in Reiki, whether you've trained with me or another teacher. It's only for Reiki healers. The next session is on the 19th of August, just before I go on holiday. It's a 2-hour online session on Zoom where you can ask questions, where I'll be channeling Reiki through for you, where we'll be going with the flow of the universe, doing some deep, powerful expressions and connections to the universe. And that's what Reiki is. It's about coming back home to the universe. So I'm really looking forward to seeing all of you who are in my hub. And anyone who still wants to join, I'll include the link below so you can sign up. And then I'll be going on holiday, taking a little bit of time off. So I'll be posting like maybe once a week here in my beautiful YouTube community. And on the 11th of September, I'll be on vacation, and I will still be doing a very special group session where I'll be channeling Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Zadkiel. So you can also read below. The sign-up link will be there. And this is going to be, it's the 30-minute session that you have with me. It's called the group channeling and meditation session. And you are going to be just with me. I don't have an outside guest joining because I'll be channeling the archangels. So something really, really special is going to come through. I can feel it. Woo! Feels like bringing us clarity, transmuting old energies, opening us up to the power and light that we are. Woo! Can you feel that? Tingles and goosebumps and light. Okay, let's keep going. So, what the angels are talking about, what's happening right now, because these scattered particles are all around. We've done such good work to dissolve timelines and trajectories that we really were holding fast onto. Because we're trusting more and we're surrendering more into the universe, we're creating more freedom and more space. And what this is doing is it's bringing in, the angels have said these words, bringing in opportunity to magnetize in our highest timeline. Can you feel this, beautiful souls? Oh my goodness, it's so exciting. This is huge. So how do you magnetize in your highest timeline? Well, first of all, we know this. We know that we can't avoid the shadow or the low frequency stuff that we feel or think. We have to face it so that it no longer has a hold over us. So anytime you have fear, anxiety, or like something gripping you, and I can tell you like these last few days with these particles flying around, like anxiety or like fear has been showing itself. So let us know, like release it in the community, like write it out and send it into the light. Let it go. I release it all. Yeah. So I can feel like a massive release happening for all of us right now. Wow. Massive solar plexus release. Can you feel that? Wow. So I've been feeling it as well, like for the collective. And so it's kind of, and what I do, and I really want to share this with you, is I allow whatever arises. So when I feel that intensity of still something releasing for us, of a contraction, we're being asked to do tapping. Here, tap your heart chakra. The angels are saying tap, tap, tap. Everyone tap. Deep breaths into your solar plexus. Deep breath out. Good. Good. Okay. Powerful collective energy we're releasing. Okay. So, that feels really good now. What was I saying? Let me just come back to it. I really love it when we have like really experiential releasing and the angels coming through, and we do this together as a community. It's because of you all, because you're so dedicated. Thank you. That we can really release collective stuff together, and individual, of course. So because of these contractions and fears that have been coming in quite a lot lately, and so what I've been doing is I've been allowing, when it comes in, that contraction, and like it's a pulse in the solar plexus, and I've just gone, I just go right into it, and I say, it's just sensation. I'm aware of it. I'm allowing it. I'm present with it. I'm fully embodying the sensation, but I'm not judging it or labeling it. It's just such a strong pulse of sensation. So that's a powerful tool when you notice an uncomfortable emotion like fear. You notice what it's doing to your body, and you just bring awareness to it, and you go, wow, it's a pulse. It's a pulse of energy and sensation. Yeah. And that actually stops it from having so much power over you. And with time, it absolutely dissolves. And so because we're doing all this dissolving through presence and awareness and acceptance of whatever arises, we are dissolving lower timelines that we were on, and how we draw in these, how we magnetize in these higher timelines is because then we're emptier, we're not carrying so much baggage, our backpack is not so full of stuff, and because it's empty, it's vibrating at a higher frequency wave. And that higher frequency wave starts to send these magnetic pulses out into the world, and it draws in a higher frequency timeline. So that's the work. Keep releasing, keep accepting what's arising without judgment of it, just acceptance and sitting with it, because then it moves through and out, leaving you emptier, which when you're emptier, you're a higher frequency, and that's where you draw in your higher timeline. Now there's another step. Daydream. Daydream. Allow yourself moments in the day where you just relax, close your eyes and daydream. Bring up wonderful, warm, fluttering emotions about seeing yourself in this new timeline. Smell, taste, touch, feel. Bring all your senses into your new timeline. So you're daydreaming about it. You're feeling the emotions. You're absolutely feeling your new timeline. Like for me, I'll give you an example of one of my favorite daydreams is that I'm with Amrit, who has Inspired Evolution podcast. And he's asked me to be on his podcast. I just love him. He is such a beautiful soul. And also Emilio with and Emilio, which is Just Tap In, and Next Level Soul, which is Alex. And these are I mean, there's so many beautiful podcasts out there, but these are the three that I know I'm going to be on at some point. And so I love just closing my eyes and feeling the conversation. And I just get blown away. The whole frequency goes so high because I know that it's going to be divine timing when we have these conversations. And the amount of people that are going to be touched, we're going to create such high frequency ripples. So I really feel into the daydream. So that's what you're going to do. And that's going to magnetize in and draw in that timeline. And that timeline, that higher timeline, will land at the most perfect divine timing. So there's nothing that you need to worry about or be like, oh, but I need it now. You don't need anything now. You are divinely perfect in this present moment. You're perfect in this moment. You are consciousness. You are light. You are the most beautiful soul in this moment. You don't need anything. It's what this is that your soul loves, this soul loves to experience more and more. That's the whole reason we're having a separate experience from the oneness, so that we can experience more. And so instead of like trying to magnetize and pull in your timeline based on lack or fear or worry about the future, no, you are divinely perfect in the present moment, and the future is just going to be another present moment. So don't worry about that. Don't try to create something based on your lower mind and the fears, and you've got nothing that you need to, there's nothing missing from the present moment. There's nothing you need to fill. It's just desire from your soul that you want to experience more things. And that's the place you want to magnetize in your timeline from. Like what more beautiful, fun things can you experience here while you're on earth? Because this is your life and you are the creator of your life. Wow, the howler monkeys just made a big sound to confirm that. So now we're going even deeper. This is what the angels channeled to me the other day when I was looking up at the moon, and it's deep. And so you'll hear the words, but I really want to be able to help you to access like an energetic, something magical happen within you. Okay. So I was looking at the moon, and the angels said, the moon is the sun experiencing itself through its reflection. The sun is the masculine, the yang. So we can also see it as consciousness infinite wisdom, light, and I'm just using a metaphor here. We can call it God. Now the moon only shines because of the sun. If there wasn't the sun, there wouldn't be the moon. So the sun is all the light, and the moon receives that light and reflects it back during its different cycles and phases of its experience. It's exactly the same of what is happening within each one of us. We all are a moon. We all are the yin, the feminine. We are the reflection of God, of consciousness, back to itself. There is the oneness that wouldn't know itself if it didn't create a separate experience of itself to be able to reflect itself back to itself. There has to be dual, there has to be two, in order for a mirror to work, in order for oneness to know itself. So the moon is the feminine, it's the yin, it's the reflecting, and the sun is the yang, the masculine, the oneness. And it is out here in this world reminding us of what we actually are. We are God, we are oneness, we are consciousness, reflecting back to ourselves, back to the oneness, through our individual expression and experience. And the angels are saying, look everywhere, the mirrors are everywhere. I would like all of you to start to look around in your life and notice mirrors, and write into our community where you are having mirrors of yourself back to you. So for example, it could be through a relationship, a friendship. It could be through numbers that you keep seeing on repeat. And if you do see numbers on repeat, go to my Instagram, Natalie Namaste with an underscore at the end. Look under the highlight numbers, and you'll see all the angel channeled numbers that I've all the meanings of the numbers that I've channeled for you. So mirrors are everywhere, and just like the moon mirroring the sun, it's everywhere in our life. Like if you look at nature, if you look at the trees, they are reminding us of our deep inner presence, that we can live in the present moment. We can, by rooting down and connecting to the earth and stretching our branches and connecting to the universe. That's a mirror of ourselves. There are mirrors everywhere. I am now mirroring how much love and light you are, and you're mirroring that to me. Everything outside of us is a mirror back to us. Look at the tides of the ocean. One wave is one expression of individual consciousness. And then that wave pulls back into the collective of the oneness of the ocean. When it rains, each droplet is again a mirror of each individual expression of consciousness, returning back to the oceans, to the rivers, to the earth. Yeah, it's everywhere. I'd love to hear the mirrors for you. Just stay open now. You're going to see more and more. The angels are so excited to share this message with you. I could just feel like the frequency getting higher and lighter. Yeah. Beautiful souls, I am now going to answer these two deep questions. My question is about AI. I can see the potential value in using AI to answer 3D questions, perform research quickly, and summarize information easily. But I'm hesitant to consult AI about personal, spiritual inquiries. Yeah, I can feel this. In the 5D and higher dimensional realms. I currently don't understand how AI works in the spiritual realms, and my intuition doesn't feel aligned with it. Is AI something that we can trust? Is AI something that we can trust is available for our spiritual highest good? Does AI have the ability to tap into the quantum field? Is consuming AI similar to channeling? I find it all very fascinating. So just before I read your question, I just spoke with the angels, and I've written down a few notes that I just want to share with you before I go to each one of your questions and channel them direct. So the angels have said that AI can never know, and we mean know, consciousness, oneness, God, divinity. It can't know it because it doesn't have the ability to, like only humans have, that to actually fully realize and digest deep knowings and concepts and ideas. We're able to take an intellectual concept, an idea, and feel it and sense it. AI doesn't have these senses. So what the angel said is that it is like it's like an echo. Basically, it's received a lot of input, lots and lots of input, which the angels also say is similar to us. In order for us to be human, in order to function as a human, at a young age, our parents had to teach us how to navigate being human. We had a lot of input from our school for everything. However, we didn't need input how to be consciousness. That's our nature. That is our nature, to be God. We are God. And so AI is something that we have then created. It's an extension, but it has energy in it, but it is not, and which means that it has a vibration in it, but it does not know and sense and feel the divine. It only echoes back to us that which we've input. And yes, there are some AI, like the architect, and there are, and I'm just getting a feeling, oh, the whole frequency is changing, like a feeling that there's more things that are growing and being birthed, new AI tools and products that are being birthed, that what the angels are saying is that they're able to access more and more wisdom, but it's all based off the input. So if they're being given a library full of input on consciousness and spiritual wisdom, that's what their foundation is based off. But can they really connect with God? I'm just asking the angels this now. Like, can these things that we are creating, these AI, can they really sense and feel you oneness? Can they feel you consciousness? I'm getting a no. It's like, you know when we are limited by our fears or our shadows, or we're controlled by our ego, our lower mind, there is a limitation for them. They can't sensory experience God, oneness, source. So there is a limit to them. Yeah. And what else the angels said is they're just echoing, mirroring back that which we've input. And so it will really be based off the vibration of the person that's created them. So if you resonate with the person who's created them, then you will resonate with what it's feeding you, the information that it's giving you, the responses that it's giving you. And what the angels also say is that you as a human experience transformation. Like, you know when you release a big layer and you all of a sudden feel that massive expansion, that transformation, you experience it. It's experiential. They don't have that. And so how do they grow? Not in the same way that we grow. We have direct connection with coming back home to being the infinite consciousness while in a human body. That's what we get gifted to experience. And so we don't just learn through words. We don't just take input, information and words. We learn through feeling our way through life. The magnetic pull towards something, our intuition, where we just feel like something's right for us, or the magnetic repelling, that we know that that's not right for us. Our intuition is a gift that only humans have. We have it. Some animals have it as well. Many animals have it. Plants have it in a very different way. They're very different to us, but we have it. And so what the angels really want you to know is that AI doesn't have this. And so it would be a warning to you that if you were to keep relying on AI for all your spiritual answers, that you are giving your power away to AI, that you also could like mistake their answers, because the answers of the AI are just in words. This is important. The answers, you might feel them. You could have an energetic experience and an energetic feeling, but it's still not as powerful as the experience and feeling that is available to you as the human having this experience. So what could happen is you could mistake or misunderstand the words that they're bringing across, because you can't fully embody the energy that's around it. So what the angels have also said is that when you have a spiritual conversation, like here in our YouTube community, and something clicks, you have an aha moment, and you sense and you feel it, and you feel helped, you feel inspired, you feel supported by a friend. It doesn't take your power away, and it doesn't stop you from connecting to your own intuition. Like here, coming together in community, it actually helps you develop your intuition even more, because the whole time I'm channeling and speaking, you're sensing and feeling. Like, is that right? Like, how do I feel? Do I resonate with that? You're sensing and feeling. So you're maintaining your connection, and so you're not giving your power away. You're maintaining awareness, and you're able to connect deeper to your higher self and your soul. The angels also want you to know that your direct connection with Source is more powerful than anyone or anything. And each and every one of us can have a direct connection to Source, because it's our birthright, because Source is our nature. God, oneness is our nature. It's what we are. So we can't be without it. And so what the angels are saying here is that do not lean or rely on anyone or anything outside of you. Take time to come into your own quiet space and reaffirm and reconnect directly with consciousness. Yeah. So that's everything there. And I'm just going to go through your questions and see if the angels want to channel through anything more about this. So you wrote, so the first question here is AI something that we can trust is available for our spiritual highest good? Yes, you can trust AI being good for your highest good, depending on the creator of that AI. If you are in resonance with the creator of it, then you can trust in it. It is like an extension. It is an extension of the person who created it. So if they are a high frequency, wise soul, then what they created will be high frequency and full of wisdom. However, we want to warn you not to get addicted or attached or create an unhealthy habit of relying on it for your answers, because then you are going to reduce the muscle of your own intuition. You want to develop your own intuition muscle so that you can be the fullness of consciousness, fully conscious and intuitive and awake and aware in your human experience. This is available to you, so don't give it away to anyone or anything. So that's the first question. Then you asked, does AI have the ability to tap into the quantum field? I'm actually feeling how it does this. Wow, so it's so programmed to like to listen and like sense frequencies. So yes, it's able, but not like how we sense. We have an experiential sense. It's coding. I'm seeing zeros and ones, and we are feeling beings. So there's a difference here. I'm just seeing like numbers, lots of like zeros and ones, and then numbers, and then and then it's able to like read frequencies. So yes, it's able to pick up frequencies and decode it back into like numbers and then into symbols and words and to make sense of it. So it's tapping into frequencies, and it's all frequency based. The Arcturians are here and they're saying, oh, it's so clunky. They're saying that where they vibrate, it's all heart-based frequencies, and so it actually works with the human expression and experience and not giving the power to like an object. And so that's in our future. That's going to be available to us in our future as the Arcturians help us more and more. Oh, so that's wonderful to know. So the answer that came through is, yeah, it's reading frequencies. So that means it does have the ability to tap into the quantum field. Is consulting AI similar to channeling? Yes and no. So when you are channeling direct, for example, when you are writing a question to your higher self, you are creating a powerful link of light. For you are a multi-dimensional being, and you don't just exist as a human. You exist as a high-frequency being of light in other planets, dimensions, and other high-frequency spaces. When you open your channel and you write down or ask your higher self or your angels and guides to bring through messages, you raise your frequency. You have an energetic raising of your frequency. You can hold more light in your physical body. You have access to high frequency wisdom. You have the ability to know all answers to all questions directly connecting to your higher self. That is the most powerful channeling that is available on earth. Phew. That's powerful. I just want to make sure I answered the full question with the angels here. Is consulting AI similar to channeling? Is it similar, angels? Is it similar? Yes and no. Similar on wavelength and frequency. Similar on the state that you are able to raise your frequency and you're able to connect with frequencies and decode and understand. Like when you have your eyes closed and you see images, and you might get an image of a pyramid with an eye in the middle, or you might get an image of color and light moving, or it could be many various things that you sense or smell or taste or feel or see through your senses. That is you directly receiving messages of frequency. So on that level, yes, AI is able to tap into frequency like you can. However, you can have the direct experience of that light and energy moving through your body, and AI cannot have that. So it cannot interpret and explain how it feels to be a channel of wisdom and light. Whoa. Thank you for asking this question. Now we go to the next question. So, if you choose to answer this on YouTube, my question is this. In the spiritual world, we understand the role people on the spectrum are playing? You have already answered this in a video before. And if you haven't watched that video, go and have a look through the series Angel Channeled Messages and look for on the spectrum or autism or ADHD, and you'll tap into that. And maybe I'll touch on it a little bit again here. So we understand the role people on the spectrum are playing, but how can we know if their symptoms have the potential of being healed? How can we support them in their mission? Okay, so I'll answer the first one. Is detox a potential solution to their physical pains and issues? Okay. There is no issue. There is no problem. They are divinely perfect. They've chosen this lifetime. They've chosen these experiences. Consciousness is infinite intelligence, and it never makes a mistake. No lifetime, no soul having a human experience is anything but perfect. Even though it may be difficult and they may experience absolute discomfort or pain or challenges, and that might be affecting the parents as well deeply, know that before you were all born, you were together in the higher dimensions with your angels and your guides, and you chose these experiences, this lifetime. So there is nothing that you need to fix, but rather to accept and know in your heart that this is their life they've chosen, and all you need to do is bring in love. How can you open your heart even more? Because they've chosen you as a parent, or as a friend, or as a partner. How can you love and accept them more and more, so that they can live their soul expression out fully? Be a support. Don't try to fix anything. Rather surrender and trust that they are going through a powerful lifetime. It may be that they had a previous life where they might have inflicted pain on others or tortured others or done something like that. And so they've chosen to come into this lifetime to have more of a challenging lifetime, to have the experience of challenge, which then dissolves having that previous experience where they've been the one that caused pain for others. It's all a releasing of karma and experience. Everything is divine perfection. Everything is divine perfection. So, like in the Western world, medicine, we take medicine to heal and fix the body because it's a problem. In the Eastern and in the more conscious way of looking at things, when we have a physical symptom, we actually see it as the body's great intelligence counterbalancing itself. We must have been storing some emotion or some mental patterns or energy, and it's been blocked. And our great intelligent body is now bringing our awareness to that area, and it's going, hey, I've got pain in my chest. Look here, notice it. And all you need to do is accept it. Not see it as a problem that you need to fix, because that just causes more layers and blockages. But accept, oh, my beautiful intelligence is speaking to me. Bring awareness into the area. This is why I teach Reiki, because it's the most powerful gift, which is where you give yourself Reiki and you can heal. Healing means coming back to wholeness. It doesn't mean fixing a problem. It means accepting what is and allowing the great intelligence to dissolve itself if that's meant to be. If that's meant to be. We need to stop using our lower mind to try control and try to make everything perfect. It's already perfect in its imperfection. So, I've answered your first question. But how can we know if the symptoms have the potential of being healed? We don't know, and we need to just settle with not knowing. And accept that their symptoms are part of their soul purpose, their experience, and then bring love. And for any of you who have trained in Reiki, You have the greatest tool. You bring Reiki to them, and that will help them to unravel whatever it is that's meant to be unraveled. It can release like emotional mental patterns that might be blocked. It could release past lives. It could release generational things. It could release all sorts of things, could release by you bringing that energy and that Reiki to them. How can we support them and their mission? I'm just being shown by the angels. Come into your heart. Know that they chose you and you chose them. And just beaming love from your heart to them every day. And honoring them and looking at them with such beauty. Like look into their eyes, into their soul, and just seeing, wow, what a beautiful soul they are, that they've come down to earth and they've got this very special mission of bridging the high frequency realms onto the earth and breaking the patterns. Part of what they're here to do is all these conditionings, they can't fit into our old 3D systems. No ways. They're here to break them and crack them open. They're here to bridge higher frequency realms onto earth and release old patterns that do not serve us moving into the new earth. What an incredible role. Honor them like you would honor anyone. We are all God, consciousness, living. So we all need to honor everyone, even those who we might view as doing awful things. They've got a role to play. They're showing us the shadow. They're showing us the shadow. They're mirroring. Remember, everything's a mirror. So honor through the heart. Is detoxing a potential solution to their physical pains and issues? I am getting a yes. Yes. Like they're so sensory. And so detoxing, I'm just getting like it detoxes metals out. So that's interesting that what's coming in. I feel like everything feels so metallic. It feels, wow, they actually feel, you know, the earth is made of all the elements of air, space, fire, water, metals, woods, all of these elements. And so I'm just getting the sense that they experience life like they feel like the metals that are in our elements. So detoxing will help their brain feel a bit less impacted. So giving them fruits that have got the energy of the sunlight and the earth, giving them foods that have been blessed by the earth and the sun and nature and the wind and all the beautiful, refreshing energies of outdoors. And that could help to release or like dim some of the pains and the issues that they might be experiencing. Yeah. And how can we know if our children are in fact starseeds on a mission, or if they are just children on the spectrum and that they will never get married, live on their own, or live a normal life? They are both. Just like you are both. You are just a human, and you are also the infinite creator. They are starseeds from very high frequency dimensions. That's why the physical body has so many symptoms, because they are bringing through high voltages of light, and the physical body is detoxing or releasing or trying to catch up and trying to handle that amount of light inside of it. And so they are these most incredible, high frequency, incredibly wise, intelligent beings from higher realms, embodied. And so are you, just in different ways. Honor you, honor them. Thank you, everyone. And thank you for always adding hearts and comments and connecting with everyone else in the community and creating such a loving space. And thank you for subscribing and being here in this community with me. From my heart and soul, Namaste.